Hi, this is Dr. Jack Belitz, and welcome to the very first episode of my daily vlog. I am Dr. Jack Belitz, chiropractor in Omaha, Nebraska, and I'm here to give people some great information so that they can live a healthier and happier life. A lot of what we do here is based upon certain testing that we put people under on the first visit. This testing is done to decide whether or not they have an issue that we can be of service for. And so I thought, since this is the first installment of our daily vlog, it might be a nice idea to go over all of the information that you would need with regard to that testing to analyze it, and so that you can understand in the future, if we show you graphs, what it is that we are showing you. So with that, we're going to turn this over and show you some graphs. So this right here is what a normal graph would look like. I like to show everybody what a normal graph looks like first, so that you can understand what it is that you're seeing when you see one that is not necessarily normal, or what a first-time patient might look at. So when we do the testing, what we're trying to do is to measure the function of the nervous system when or as the patient comes into the office. The reason that we do this is because chiropractic is all about restoring nerves. If you think about it, every process in your body happens through the nervous system. From touching a pot that is hot, we get sensations transmitted through the nerves telling the brain it is hot, and then the brain uses nerves to contract the muscles of the hand to get your hand off of the pot. So everything, even the muscles that move food through your digestive system, that is all done through the nervous system. So the nerves are pretty important, and when we do these tests, we put some probes on the patient's back, and this gives us some information that the computer analyzes. And if the computer analyzes that the information we gathered was within optimal limits, it will graph the number with a white bar. To make this totally and easily to understand, if the computer picks up that there's a problem, it changes the line to green. If the problem is more severe, it turns it blue. And if it's really bad, it turns it red. Now, you will notice that the chart has some limits as to how far you can see the lines go. The limits are set up to be 25. Now, we could change the scale of the graph to 50 or 100, but that would mean all of the numbers would be really much more squished in, and we wouldn't have a good idea of what's going on. So, if the line is over 25, the line turns to a black color, which means, first of all, that it's worse than red, and second of all, we have to look at the number on the side at the end of the graph to decide whether the number's like 26, which is just barely over, or is it 76, which would be like 3 pages away. You'd have to have 3 pages in order to see that line fully. Anyway, that right there is what an optimal graph looks like. What I'm going to do now is show you a couple of examples of patients so that you can see different progresses. Okay, here we have a patient's scan. Now this is 2 different dates, and obviously we had to get rid of the patient's name on there. But this patient came in after an automobile accident, and you will notice on the top graph, which is when they came in on the first visit, there are a lot of red lines, which means that we have had some problems. And you will notice that with it being a car accident, there was a lot of whiplash. So you can see a lot of reds going on that upper neck from that head going back and forth. And because the accident happened a couple of weeks earlier than when they actually came in for a visit, the neck problem actually started to affect the low back. And you can see the red lines down here that are starting now. If this patient would have waited even a couple more weeks, they would have really had started having some really severe back pain. We see this very often in back pain patients, that the pain is pretty serious in the back, and just keeps getting more and more so as the time from the accident goes away. And that's just simply because when the neck is not in the right place, it puts a lot of awkward pressure on that low back. Now, after 2 months of treatment, we did another scan, and you'll notice down on the bottom there that all of the red has gone away. There's still a couple of blues, and greens I don't ever get worried about, because you're going to have some issues from time to time going with the greens. So those are not a big factor to me. But anyway, that right there, it just gives you a very good idea of what you can expect if you go through some treatments and receive the care that actually gets the nerves to more normal function. So that's why I really like that technology for tracking patients. Some chiropractors like to use x-rays. I am a big proponent of this computerized technology. It just gives us an idea of exactly what the function is, and it also allows us to do exams on a regular basis so that we can track the progress of the patient. And unlike x-rays, which use radiation, we never have to worry about over radiating a patient because we're x-raying them so often. So this is a technology that I really appreciate. Now, depending on the type of work that a chiropractor would do, x-rays could be very important. You don't want to be cracking or doing a more aggressive adjustment if you don't know for sure that there is nothing to worry about with regard to physical problems. So, depending on the type of work that is being done, that's an important factor. In this office, we don't do anything so aggressive that it could actually cause a problem, and so we don't do any x-rays in this office. But that's neither good nor bad. It's just the way that we do it at this office. Anyway, that gives you an idea of what a patient looks like after a car accident and how we track their progress. So in future vlogs, if we do refer back to any of the testing, this is a great resource to really understand what it is that we are doing and what normal graphs look like. So anyway, that is the end of the first installment of the daily vlog of Dr. Jack Bielitz, chiropractor here in Omaha, Nebraska. I look forward to doing this a lot more, and I'm excited to bring cases and ideas to you. Have a really healthy and awesome day.